Good morning, Aruba travel experts. How are you today? It's so good to see you. It is Tuesday, so that means that on Tuesdays, I host my weekly hotels and Aruba. And today we have the Divi Resort. So I have Jeff Hoffman with us today, the representative. Good morning, Jeff. Bom dia. How are you?
Hey everyone, I'm doing well. Glad to be here to talk about Aruba. I can't stress enough. I wish I could be on this beach behind me right now so bad.
I think we all would like to. We would all like to be on this beach. It would be really nice if we could get on my private jet that I don't have and fly down and just have a meeting down there. And when we can get some cocktails and some wind blowing, it would make it so much easier and better to go through all the months that we've been cooped up. But I
Yeah.
will let you talk, Divi, and I'm going to keep silent.
Well, thank you. I know I love our One Happy Island, and for those who are looking for a laid back and relaxed beach vacation, we really do provide everything you need for your clients for you to kick back and relax. So today, I've got some new things to share about the Divi and Tamarijn All Inclusives. But for those who are unfamiliar, I'm going to go through a little rundown of who we are, what we offer to guests who stay with us. So uh, I really am excited to talk about the Tamarijn, so we're going to start here. We are a low-rise oceanfront property. We span a mile of beach starting around Eagle Beach, trailing down the beach. All of our property is right on the water. So we've got 236 rooms at the Tamarijn All Inclusive. When you stay at one of our properties, we're two sister resorts on the same stretch of beach. So we've got Tamarijn on one side and Divi All Inclusive on the other. You get use of amenities at both properties when you stay with us. So it's a really great value-added package for those looking to get use of a whole bunch of different restaurants, bars between the two properties. It's great value for a family vacation, I often mention. And I always like to show this zoomed out spot before going to my next slide, because if you look at the very end of the beach is one of the best spots in the world to catch the sunset at the Bunker Bar. And it is newly renovated in the past year. I always love to show this nice close up. It is gorgeous. If you want to get a Aruba Ariba and sit, watch the sun dip below the horizon, it is dreamy. So we're in the low-rise section of the island. We're built for social distancing and a little more spread out. You can really feel like you can get a private oasis feel, roll right from your beachside room to the beach and kick back and relax however you like. So we offer newly renovated guest rooms that I'm going to talk about on the next slide. But I mentioned Tamarin's great for families because we have one of the best kids policies on the island. So kids 12 and under are free with a paying adult, and kids 13 to 17 are $75 per day. So if you're looking to bring a family of four, it's a great way to keep costs affordable. They all get use of our all-inclusive package. So you get 10 restaurants, 8 different bars, the Sea Turtles Club, which offers different programming for kids 4 to 12 if you're traveling with family. It's a great way to make sure everyone can relax how they want. So if you want to take an adventure, let the kids hang out and do some activities on the beach, kind of have their own day to hang out and have fun, lets you have options. And the guest rooms make it really easy to roll right from the bed and be on the sand in a couple of steps. It's these new guest rooms that we have are gorgeous, and while I haven't been there to experience them myself just yet, I am so excited to see these. The deluxe and premium oceanfront rooms we now offer at Tamarijn have a couple differences. The standard deluxe oceanfront is going to have the same new, updated, and modern look, while the premium oceanfront rooms are in specific blocks of the Tamarijn and have 55-inch smart TV with access to Netflix, YouTube, and Amazon Prime. They offer king rooms also have a sofa bed that has been pretty highly requested in a lot of our rooms to make sleeping arrangements easier. So it allows a little more flexibility. All rooms have a included Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is free throughout the property. We have coffee makers, mini fridge. Mini fridge is not stocked, but with our all-inclusive bars, it's really easy to grab a drink from anywhere. And we offer some of the small details like a USB charger station built into your bedside table is a nice feature to really make everyone feel at home, I think. So we're trying to elevate the experience a bit with Tamarijn. And they've really done a fantastic job doing that with these rooms. So with that, we also have a bunch of new facilities that have been updated in the past couple of years. Our Oceanfront Fitness Center is still open uh, with new flow of being able to use the facilities for guests. You sign in with an app, so you have guaranteed time to make sure you have space to do your workout and be socially distant, all while enjoying the facilities. So we've got health and safety protocols, keeping our team and our guests safe throughout all of this. And with Tamarijn, you're only a couple steps away from the Divi All Inclusive, and you have even more beach to stretch out and relax. I always love this overhead view to really show. We've got 6 feet of space kind of built in to our palapas here on this low-rise stretch of beach. So it's really perfect for feeling that spread out, relaxed vibe. But Divi All Inclusive is our sister resort. We have 265 rooms with options ranging from garden view to beach view to a couple different beachside bungalows to oceanfront suites. So there's a really wider variety of options of rooms for your clients. We've got different wellness packages that offer, as part of your all-inclusive experience, snorkeling, kayaking, catamaran sailing, and pedal assist e-bike tours where you can go explore some of these beautiful natural wonders that were mentioned earlier with the California Lighthouse. You can go all the way to Boca Catalina with these bikes. It makes it really easy to take a longer ride because of that pedal assist action that lets you kind of coast a little bit easier. But we have walkable shops nearby with the Alhambra Casino. We have yoga, Pilates, windsurfing clinics for those who want to get out and get active. So if your clients are looking to not just relax on the beach, I mean, that's how I like to spend my vacation. But if you want to get out there and explore, the options are out there. And we've got, with our concierge, De Palm Tours is very easy to book on property there. And we have a wide variety of, oh, sorry, I'm jumping around a little bit. Here's a photo of our rooms. We have a wide variety of wedding packages as well that make honeymoons very easy to plan at our property here. We've got the happily ever after guarantee that ensures that if COVID affects travel for weddings, you have the option to reschedule your event for up to 1 year after the travel date's affected by COVID. So we've also got Aruba Weddings for You on property, which are our fantastic wedding coordinators. Makes everything kind of one-stop in-house with multiple venue options through all of Divi resorts. So I often say Tamarin's great for families because of that family package. Divi is where I usually will point people for honeymoons, couples, and weddings. It's interchangeable, of course, but because we've got one of the best beaches in the Caribbean, it is one of the best destination wedding spots I can dream of. So the next thing I'll talk about, we do have a lot of new policies, in 2021. Forgive me that this is up-to-date info, but one of the most exciting things we have happening now is while I play some of these newest updates on our Tamarijn video here, it'll walk you through some of the clean check protocols we have for arrivals. Uh, we've got a focus on safety, of course, and we are Aruba Health and Happiness Code certified. So our resorts have met all requirements that the CDC and Aruba have put in place. We've passed multiple inspection processes to ensure that we're keeping everything up to code. And our facility offers new on-site testing for guests, making that trip to plan everything much easier. So at the Divi Beach and Golf, which is you have options to have our concierge bring you to the appointment if you are more comfortable just being transported directly there. It's a very short ride. We have PCR and antigen tests available. All the pricing is available on our website. You'll see this on-site testing button on either diviaruba.com or tamarinaruba.com, and it'll list all of the information you'll need to book appointments in advance to make everything as easy for your guest as possible. So with our warm welcome program that I mentioned on this slide here, we also offer for guests who need to quarantine for that 24-hour period, fully stocked mini bar, access to all of the food and drink in room with 24 hours of room service. We really make the goal for your clients to have as seamless of a travel experience as possible and make sure they're comfortable for their stay. So, and with the mention of our food and drink, our restaurants are going to look a little bit differently than we've seen in the past, where our buffet restaurants, they've traditionally been a little more attainable during non-COVID times. So we've pivoted to something that I'm really excited about. These live cooking stations let our chefs on staff prepare every meal a la minute right in front of you. And it is amazing. You have something made for you, fresh and new, instead of getting something off a buffet. So I really like this change they've made for our restaurants. It makes everything a little more personalized. Our restaurant staff have been trained in using additional protective gear. We've got new sanitization guides that everyone's following. Everyone's Serve Safe Food Handling certified. And we also have, with our Clean Check program, we're focusing on covering 12 key areas where there's a lot of high contact points for guests. We're making sure to sanitize daily. So the island is making every effort to make sure that your guests feel comfortable for their stay. And from talking with people that I've had go to and from the island, they feel once they're able to check in, they know everyone's got their test certified and ready to go. It's a very comfortable atmosphere. So I encourage everyone to check out some of the resources we have on our website. I've only touched on a couple new things here, but if you'd like to see any new photos of some of these new rooms, if you'd like to ask any questions, I've got our my contact info on the slide here with Jeff H at diviaruba.com. I've got my number listed if you'd like to contact our reservations office with any questions. And as always, thank you very much for your time. And I hope that we can get together on the beach very soon in Aruba. Thank you all.
Thank you, Jeff. It was a wonderful presentation. We do have some questions from Facebook as well as in this chat that we're going to go over. And I just want to tell everyone, it is a lovely property, whether you go to Tamarijn or whether you go to the Divi All inclusive. And the benefit is you stay at one, you get the advantage to play and eat and enjoy both properties. So you really don't have to worry about which is really better than the next. I mean, you're getting two properties for the price of one. We did have a question out there that asked Jeff that the Tamarin's renovations will cause the rates to be higher. Now, I haven't seen that, but from your perspective, what is the answer on that?
So I have seen that the Tamarin is offering a pretty heavy discount on rooms, but we did see a slight increase in rates. Right now, I do have a couple different suggestions for agents who are looking to book. Uh, there are two packages for the Tamarin that offer uh, pretty heavy discounts and offer some added amenities at the Tamarin. Excuse me, our Aruba Adventure package and the Love Aruba Couples package is going to be available with no code needed, and they are commissionable to agents. So those are great options to still try that new property. Get, I think the for the Aruba Adventure package, that is up to 40% off our rooms, and the Love Aruba Couples package adds in a couple of added amenities for the guest. So you'll see prices will hold steady, I think, right now. We're seeing a slight increase, but they're trying to adjust a little bit for these specials. They've got pretty wide booking windows. So
Great, thank you. And from Carrie, hopefully you're still on Facebook, and you had the question about how could you get photos to use on social media. Jeff mentioned it. I'll just go over it again. You can contact, or you could use, there's a link right there on this last slide. You'll see it goes to the media portal. So you can do that for anyone else out there who would like to utilize photos out there. So we've got that. Now, also, what is the charge for using the non-motorized water sports? So is there a charge, like for instance, the e-bikes, and are there charges for that? Do you know?
yep. So the good news is the all non-motorized water sports at both the Divi and the Tamarin all inclusive are included with your stay. The only additional costs you can expect for activities are any excursions that you plan outside of the resort with a third party company. Everything that we offer in house is going to be included as part of your vacation.
Perfect, thank you. And there was a question out here as well talking about, well, since Tamarin's rooms have been redone recently, and I got to see them, they're gorgeous. Uh, does it mean that the Divi All Aruba All Inclusive rooms, are they, not as good? But I put in the chat because I did site inspect them, so I'll let you talk. But from my opinion, they are still lovely at the Divi Aruba All Inclusive. They're well kept rooms. They did a lot of work around the property as well to the common areas. So there really isn't going to be that this looks really great up here at Tamarin, and then this particular property, there is a balance. So Jeff, from your expertise of what they've done to both properties, you can weigh in on that opinion as well.
Absolutely. I've if we're if we're comparing categories, I would be happy staying at either resort. The biggest question often comes where what you're looking for outside of your patio or balcony is what people are interested in. Divi is they've updated all rooms in the past 2 years, to my knowledge, and really they are well kept. The pool view rooms at the Divi are some of my favorite on the island. The fact that you get to be right nearby, I love to sun a little bit while I'm relaxing in Aruba, so that's perfect for me. But they also offer beautiful views, and the in-room amenities are gorgeous, and they really do a fantastic job with upkeep. So I would be happy at either resort.
I agree. For me, I'm a little biased because I like the Tamarin just because all rooms are ocean view, and I enjoy hearing the ocean lapping up right against the rocks there from the room. Is there a spa out there as well?
There is. We have an on-site spa. There is there's a nail studio and spa at the Tamarin, and a traditional uh, massage and relaxation spa at the Divi. You can use either with additional costs for any treatments you want to do it at It's Indulgence by the Sea is the name of our spa. And if you'd like
Nice.
to visit and see any of their treatments, they're available at spaaruba.com. I'll throw that in the chat as well.
Okay, great. And we also have a question. Are the beach bungalows and oceanfront suites right in front of the beach?
Yes. So the category that I referred to as the bungalows, that is our beachside rooms at the Divi Aruba All Inclusive. Those rooms are all a one-story angled ocean view, but the biggest benefit of these rooms is at the Divi, they are at a excellent section of beach where you can, within 5 steps from any of these rooms, be staring at a beautiful ocean view and be right next to the sand. So if you're looking for booking at the Divi for a couple different reasons, it does kind of bridge that difference with the Tamarijn, where you may not be directly faced at the water, but it does get you as close to the beach as possible. And so do the oceanfront rooms at the Divi All Inclusive. So those are some of our higher requested categories for that reason.
Great. Okay. And we also have the question here about, again, where do we find the packages, those special packages you mentioned with the discounts that are still commissionable? If you could just repeat that again. It came up in Facebook, and then we're going to get to the question here in the Zoom.
Absolutely. So at diviaruba.com or tamarinaruba.com, you'll see a hotel specials tab on our website, but don't hesitate to reach out to us with our reservations office. We're standing by to help you have a breakdown of any of these specials or packages we have available to book.
Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to get to the questions that we have here in the chat from our Zoom. And let's see, is the bunker bar set up for social distancing, or do you have to make reservations during sunset time? So how is that working out? I mean, and by the way, it's beautiful what they've done with it.
So you will see a bit of a difference with our bars because of social distancing restrictions. We've reduced seating options and availability, spaced things out a bit more. There is still a lot of space on our beach to spread out and relax in with palapas. They've offered different lounge settings and areas that allow for a little more social distancing nearby some of these areas where we've got a lot of people wanting to kick back and relax and watch the sunset. So they'll provide additional seating options, but they may look a little different than what we've seen in the past.
Great. And Elaine had asked about how far the casino is. And I said it's about 5 minutes away because the way the two resorts are, you could literally walk from Alhambra to the Divi. But then if you're on the other side of the Divi, then it'll take you the 5 minutes to get over by the tramp. So you want to answer that just to make sure I'm saying it correctly, because I was at the casino, remember, so I walked over.
All that's perfect. We also have as an option the tram service if you don't want to walk, but it truly is a very short walk to that door in those shops at Alhambra. So that's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, and you had mentioned before that Tamarijn is a little bit better for families, but for a family with late teen, early 20s, what would you suggest? Still Tamarijn over Divi?
So I guess the biggest question there is if they're looking to use some of the sports and activities. If you do think that they're going to be interested in trying some of the snorkeling, windsurfing, the e-bicycles, that's centered a little closer to the Tamarijn as well, which is why we often suggest that side for families. It's got a lot more of the activities, just a shorter distance. At the Divi, they are still very readily accessible. They're at the very start of the Tamarijn property, so they kind of keep everything centralized. But that's the biggest reason I'd say Tamarin's great for families beyond those family packages. So
Perfect. And also about commission rates. Carrie's asking if she were to book directly with Divi, what would be the commission rate then?
So I apologize. I may have to check with my team to get you that info, but please send me an email directly and I'll be happy to follow up with you. I don't have that info on hand. I'm so
No,
sorry.
that's okay. We can find answers. I
Yes,
always say I don't know everything, but at least I know where to go find the answers. That
exactly.
is how are the water levels at the Tamarin right now?
So the Tamarin has had some effect of wear and tear from erosion. Of course, naturally, the beaches are going to ebb and flow, but there's still beach access from uh, a lot of points on the island, uh, the or on the beach. Sorry, uh, the the beach has been resurfaced in the past couple of years with the help of uh, the Aruba government, so it has been built back up. But of course, there is still some sections where we see a lot of people mention bringing water shoes, but I think that from my experience, there's still a very easy path to get into the water from any room at the Tamarin. And Divi is looking wonderful as well. They've got pretty widely easy beach access as well. So
Definitely. I think, yeah, exactly. Spot on what you're saying. Spot on with the beaches. Uh, but yeah, and I just vote 2 cents that if they are really obsessed with the beach first, primarily, then they would stay at the Divi Aruba all inclusive. If they are beach people and that aesthetics is going to be important to them. If they want ocean view rooms, then I usually say if it's about the view from the room, go with the Tamarin because you're guaranteed an ocean view and it's just ocean, your room. It's beautiful, it's quiet. So Gwen, as I mentioned before, Gwen, her niece is planning her destination wedding for a while now, and the stresses of all COVID, and we can't have a crystal ball and see yet exactly what. But as of now, what is the maximum to be together on the beach? For weddings in particular.
so for that, I'm going to defer to Aruba Weddings for You, only because with their planning services, they'll walk you through from start to finish what the current regulations are, and they're really the experts in this situation. I do know that it is reduced numbers for what we can hold, but I apologize. I'm not 100% certain what that number is, but
It was
I more
25
than
at the last check, but
but I can get you in touch with Chantal, who heads up everything at Aruba Weddings for You, and I can absolutely get that question answered for
perfect. Thank you.
you.
And what about adjoining rooms? Are they guaranteed? Do you have adjoining rooms available?
Yes. So we do have a wider variety of adjoining rooms available at the Tamarin. So I often say if you have guests who are looking to get that connecting room, Tamarin's your best bet. But as a whole, we don't guarantee connecting rooms on property. I usually say that at the Tamarin, it's about a 99% chance that it's going to be accommodated. With the Divi, sometimes it does run into hiccups where some categories are booked in different buildings. So if you do work with us to put requests in on the reservation, we're certainly willing to work with you to try and secure the connecting room, but it is not guaranteed. And there's a better chance of it happening at the Tamarin just because they're more widely available. So
Okay, great. Thank you. Gwen, you have a question. Maybe I don't understand about not having enough palaces.
was it
Oh yeah,
Palumbo?
palapas. Okay,
Yeah.
can you
Oh,
hear me?
palapa.
Yeah, I know, palapas. So, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes,
Okay,
definitely.
so I know with a lot of resorts, there's always a fight over palap. Not always, but often there are fights over palapas that people put their towels on at 6 in the morning, and it's crazy. So, with Tamarin and particularly Divi, are there? It looks like there are lots of palapas. How does that work? Um, Maybe you could
So
go.
as a whole, we don't allow reserving palapas, and of course, you do still see people place towels on chairs, but that is as a whole, we don't police that
Right, right, right.
reservation system, and it's really because we have over a mile of beach. I'll often say that while a lot of people do fixate on the palapa right outside their room, there are there's a wide number of options for beautiful shaded spots to sit on the beach.
Okay,
So
good,
it's
good.
there is no shortage, and it is very easy to find a shady spot to relax.
Okay, can I just ask one more question about the rooms because I'm a little confused. In booking this destination wedding, I know for myself, I booked an oceanfront room that I wanted to be
Mhm.
right on the beach at the
Yeah,
Divi. But now, I was told there were two-story structures. But
mhm.
now, what you're talking about, which I never knew about, were these one-story. Can you talk to the difference between
Sure.
these one-story ones that are beachfront versus the other beachfront?
So the beachside rooms at the Divi All inclusive. Um, I wish I had a map. I apologize, but as opposed to the Tamarin, where you've got blocks of rooms lining the beach,
Yeah, I
e,
know that. I know. I'm just talking about the Divi.
e, yes, the beachside bungalows that I'm referring to are kind of a slanted, angled. Like if you've got the beach, they're sitting at an angle where you've got a patio that opens out into a garden area with an angled view of the beach.
Okay.
So it's I would say the biggest difference is the ocean front rooms.
Yeah.
Uh, that is a little more akin to uh, like a traditional deluxe room, while the beachside, the biggest benefit of those I think is location. It's going to be a little bit different in size. You'll get a slightly bigger room with ocean front, and you're going to get a direct ocean view with ocean front as opposed to that angled ocean view.
Okay. So that is the one story a level higher? Is that a level higher?
Nope,
No.
they're all ground floor.
No, no, no. Is it a level higher in price?
Oh, for beachside, those are priced generally the same as pool view, and ocean front is a step up from
Oh,
that. Yes,
okay. I wasn't even aware of the beachside rooms, so I'm glad you.
it's a very that category historically is sold very quickly. I think with repeat guests, they really do enjoy
Okay.
the knowledge that it is a room that they can walk directly to the beach, directly to the Sandpiper bar nearby. It's really a great microcosm of if you want that laid back beach vacation where you can go grab lunch with a drink and sandwich and then just relax under a palapa. That's the perfect spot to do it.
The
So,
beachside rooms. The beachside.
yes. Ocean front definitely still offers you that, but it still gives you uh, that I would say is the highest room category at the Divi if you're talking price.
Okay.
So you're going to get all bells and whistles, perfect location, direct oceanfront view. So those rooms are fantastic. And I
Yeah.
would definitely stick
Yeah.
with that
Okay.
over the
Great.
beachside has its benefits, but that is definitely some of the best rooms on the property. So
Great. Thank you. Thank you. That's wonderful. I didn't know.
Perfect. Does anyone else have any questions before we wrap up? Please feel free. You can unmute yourselves, or if you have any comments you want to make, if you've seen the property and you want to share, that's great. Or if you have any questions for myself from the Aruba side, please feel free. You can unmute yourselves. If not, I would love to thank our Facebook crowd out there. Jeff and I want to thank you for participating by viewing this video that you'll see either live or after the live. If you have questions, you can feel free to pop them in the chat still. Jeff and I will backtrack and we will answer them. And of course, our fellow travel experts always is a great source of information as well, and they'll help answer those questions. So I want to say thank you to the Facebook group, and we'll see you soon. So I'm going to stop the stream on Facebook